Okay, so the players are walking back onto the ground. They have had their beverages, and we will be seeing the completion of the 17th over, and then onwards through the rest of the innings up to the lunch break. So we'll just have to watch and see Ireland finish the rest of his over as the new batsman, the number 9, comes out into the middle. Okay, so now let's have a look at this new number 9 batsman, Haydos.
Well, we talked about having important partnerships, and there were different times there were important partnerships. Now, everyone from here has to be good here from your perspective. They have to somehow get a good score. But you see Ireland coming in. This is full and comfortably played to cover for no run. So I think we are going to be looking at potential change of bowling for 2 reasons. One, we've got Poon has moved to mid-on, and Farron Price has moved to final leg and is doing what he would consider a warm-up there.
Comes into bowl. Oh!
No run.
Okay, so just the 1 ball left in the over, and leaves it alone.
South for 17, the Tigers 7 for 25.
Okay, so now we're starting the 18th over, and this number 4 batsman finally has a chance to face some more deliveries.
So we've got Nick Farron Price here coming off from the Elizabeth Street end. We're on medium fast there. One of those emerging bowls they've got.
Ooh, okay, interesting. I'm not really... So he's got a bit of an angle with his bowling action. It's certainly not straight arm, which suggests he tries to bowl angle across the batsman, outswingers, something like that.
It's a fair way to summarise.
Ooh, no ball.
So our first front foot no ball of the afternoon. We did have a full toss that was called no ball as well there, so 2 so far. Coming in again.
And leaves it alone. Oh dear. So he looks pretty good. Just have to see what his tactics are going to be. Comes into bowl. Oh, okay, that ball has moved a bit. So what will the aim be?
I think just to find his length there, when you've got a situation where you're so far on top of the game that you don't necessarily have to take a huge amount of wickets, you just want to make sure you get your rhythm right there, not concede too many runs there and force another change of the bowl.
Comes into bowl. Ooh, okay. It's pretty smart looking stuff here. Certainly he's not moving the ball so much that the batsman would be overwhelmed, but like it's just that enough that if the batsman thinks of playing some sort of straightish or cover drive, he might actually find that the ball's moved just enough to be his downfall. Comes into bowl. Ooh!
Too full to cut there. I'm not too sure if it's even the right option at this point to start to try and go after him. at the end of the day, even if they're 7 for a tee, it's still not a good position. So you just got to find a way not to be out. Even if they crawl to 40 or 45, just get there. Only 7 down. Just find a way.
Yeah. Comes into bowl. Whoa, that is a beautiful ball. Incredible.
Oh, that's Farron Price at his best. Just the front foot, no ball, that over. Mill Park 7 for 26.
So Ireland to continue to bowl from the Diamond Creek trail end. Comes into bowl. Ooh, unusual defensive technique there.
It's probably what happens when you try and block the ball still on the stumps. But this is what Ireland's done with those wickets, because they've brought it back in. One was left alone, of course, and one was just simply missed, so it forced the batsmen to probably play it more than what they should.
Comes into bowl. Ooh, I'm not sure what happened there.
It was just nice and full. Probably the classic Ireland there. The full delivery, honing in on off the stump there, and the batsmen defending it as they rightfully should.
Yes, as you need to when faced with whatever on the stumps. Comes into bowl. Well,
Chopped on.
what was that?
Well, it was the pro sort of shot. It was unconvincing footwork. There was not a lot good about it, and that's reasonably common for your number 9. This level, they don't necessarily have the best techniques there. So it was a disappointing shot. Results in the 8th wicket.
Well, that was really bad. Because it was kind of a fishing expedition. He didn't play that shot with any purpose or direction or idea. Just sort of saw the ball and sort of played the ball, the bat near to the ball. Sort of in this, that's the sort of shot you would expect to see in the nets, because in the nets you just want to get used to the hand-eye coordination of hitting the ball, so it doesn't matter really where the ball is, you just try and hit it with your bat. But when you're playing in a match,
a semi-final match.
A semi-final match. The most important match of the season, where you're playing for a spot in the grand final. This is for a spot in the grand final. F2 grand final. You need to be very sure of what you're doing before you do it.
This has inklings of that lower plenty match that we did where Lacey ran through the 4th 11 of Diamond Creek.
Yes.
Okay, this is probably worse.
Oh, if Mill Park get to 44, that would be a very good positive development. And it's a beamer. Well, not quite a beamer, sort of a thigh ball. A thigh ball.
So when you're looking now, taking the strike. Now we thought he might farm the strikeout number 4 batsman when the number 7 was in, and then he didn't. And now that he's got his number 10 batsman, I think he will.
Let's find out. It would be a smart thing to do, really. Comes into bowl. No, I think that was a bit too short of a length there.
Up by Norman not having a bar of it there. So Ireland now into his 23rd delivery there. Still yet to concede a run. 3 times he's been able to celebrate a wicket.
Yeah. It's a long way to go before the lunch break, so there's no relief for the batsman. And drives it, but back to the bowler for a dot ball.
End of the 19th over, the Tigers and all sorts. They're 8 for 26.
Okay, so this is the 20th over. Farron Price. And whoa, well, what's going on? And what's the call by the umpire?
League bias.
League bias.
Why don't you take the run? You've got the first ball of the over, you've got the man you want from a Mill Park point of view on strike. So it's a risky run. And now you've just brought the number 7 strike. Farron Price has 5 deliveries out of him now.
Yes. This is like unless he's throwing, okay, Farron Price is easy to handle. You can take care of it. I will be the one who does the hard work at the other end. But from what I've seen of Farron Price, that is not a fair assessment of how good he is of a bowler. Oh, short of a length, tried to play some sort of back foot defensive shot. Dribbles back to the bowler.
I think they can tell now that they want obviously this man on strike there. They brought in the mid wicket to make sure there wasn't an easy just knockdown for one there. So they've sacrificed an offside field.
And fine leg is about 10 to 20 metres closer in.
So unless it goes to the right of him, probably going to be a dot ball. That's Farron Price. Which is an up down leg side, and that gets past to Sony. It's the first bye, so it should be 2 with them. Ireland fields it, but yes, they have comfortably come out to it. Although they've called some pad on that, so good news for wicketkeepers, it's still 0 byes.
Farron Price comes into bowl and defends it back to the bowler. Good work by the batsman. He's gotten through most of this over. It's very hot, and the sun is beaming down. It's very warm conditions out here.
It's going to really suit Damien because they'll be able to rest in the afternoon at its hottest and muggiest.
Ooh.
At the start of that, you would have thought Mill Park would be fine, batting with their middle to lower order in the that 3 to 4 o'clock region there. But of course, it hasn't quite proven the case there. We certainly expect them to be bowled out. We probably expect them to be bowled out, giving Diamond Creek a chance before tea to bat.
Oh yes. There's not a cloud in the sky. Comes into bowl. And tries to play a sort of a hippie glance, and it just dribbles harmlessly to mid-wicket.
So with the 3-leg bison out over, Mill Park 8 for 29.
Continuing to bowl from the Diamond Creek Trail end to number 4 floppy hat guy. Ooh, kept his gloves low. And then the ball bounced a little bit extra than what you would expect, and it sort of hit him on the gloves, and he sort of shook it off and allowed the ball to dribble harmlessly to the gully.
This is the key match up there for Mill Park at this point. Got to make sure they don't lose any more wickets, especially to Ireland.
Ooh, it's interesting because Ireland has such an awkward action. When he bowls it really full, you are not immediately able to tell whether it's a beamer, a full toss at the shins, a yorker, a full toss at the toes, or a half volley. And so you have to play the ball the way you want to is much more difficult. Comes into bowl. Oh, hits him on the pad, but the ball dribbles out and would have missed leg stump. So that ball, the previous ball, was probably something that the batsman could have tried to play as a full toss and drive it, considering that where it aimed at his body, the line and the length. But because he wasn't in position fast enough, he just could not hit it properly.
Well said. Ireland in again. This is full and not comfortably played there. And a few words being said to the players there, which tends to happen when the score's 8 for 29. It's generally not too quiet.
Yes. We can now see why Diamond Creek are Premiership favourites, top of the tables, only dropped 1 game, and are almost at least 150 and sometimes 200% higher pointage than their opponents. Ooh, short of a length, tries to play a back foot cover drive, and had a ping. So why are Diamond Creek looking so comfortable in the F2 grade? Why do they look like they're Premiership favourites? Why are they top of the table? Well, now we get a chance of seeing them at their best, and we get a sense of why.
It's just such an even bowling attack, even though they're all right-arm seamers apart from Saul.
Ooh, okay. He tried to play the sort of Gordon Greenidge pull shot, but he just did not get into position soon enough.
Main nervous is still a flavour. There's another one. The Tigers are 8 for 29.
So this is the 22nd over. Mill Park still have not gotten out of the 20s. The number 10 batsman to face Farron Price. Ooh, aiming around the toe area. And
I think we've learned a little bit about why they weren't necessarily too worried when our number 10 sticking it through for a single for 4 early in the over there. It's because it doesn't matter too much about who you face there. You're vulnerable. This is an all-round bowling attack.
Comes into bowl. Ooh! Tried to have a swing at it, but missed it. Now that they've had the change up for this, the number 3 fast bowler, number 4 fast bowler, and this can keep going for quite a long time, at least another half an hour to 45 minutes, and they won't have to worry about the next change for a long time yet.
Exactly right. Farron Price in. This is a bit shorter, not quite drivable length, and squirted away to cover. No run out. They've still got probably a good enough 5th and 6th bowler. They don't have to resort back to going to the original seam. As when you look at someone like Watson there, who's bowled obviously in the under-16s as well as B grade throughout the summer. So he'll be good enough there as the 5th bowler, and then of course also Merritt.
Comes into bowl and again drives it. Interesting that this batsman, his last 2 drives, have hit very low on the bat, and they've sounded kind of unusual, and they've looked kind of unusual. It's as if either he's holding his bat unusual way, or he's just not hitting the ball until the very last moment.
Probably the timing issue, and probably the most useful thing about that was as the dot ball.
Comes into bowl and leaves it alone comfortably. Very nice. That's what this batsman has done. Pretty good so far. Still on 0, but he's holding it together.
He's faced more deliveries than most of that top order. I think we'll see him at number 3 if they bat again this match.
Comes into bowl. Oh, well, I have to say. Oh, I'll say what I have to say next over.
Still 8 for 29. Mill Park in all sorts. Here we go, Nicholas. Strike again, mate.
Okay, so this is the 23rd over.
So dot ball there to begin with from Ireland. Going on the best partnerships of the match so far, which you know, 10 sometimes doesn't mind that, but more if it's 8 for 229 as opposed to 8 for 20.
Yeah, yes. Ooh, again tries to leg glance it, and this time it goes down to fine leg and throws it in. 1 run. So at Channel 8 we were having our production meeting, and we have a production meeting, another production meeting scheduled on March the 12th, which means that we were hoping that we were worried that the game might go to the reserve day, and then we would have to reschedule our meeting some other time. But considering the score is 8 for 29, I don't think we'll be worrying about the reserve day.
Ireland pitches it up and hits some pads, and they'll come through for what I expect will be a leg bye. We'll see what Norman signals, and yes, 1 leg is being raised to indicate a leg bye.
So thankfully this means that we don't have to schedule our Channel 8 production meeting on the 12th.
We get to enjoy a public holiday, as we should.
Well, we won't at Channel 8 because we'll be working, but everyone else can, and especially the players. They don't have to come back here for the 3rd day. Comes into bowl. Oh, interesting. So that's it. He's done it for the 3rd time, and what's that?
That's another leg bye. So
okay, leg bye.
That's 5 leg byes starting to come on premier scores.
That's unusual. So the 3 balls that this left-handed, right-handed number 4 floppy hat guy has all been working onto the offside. Oh, plays the pull shot and it's fielded by a square leg. So he steps over towards off stump and then he tries to leg glance it off a full ball which would hit the stumps onto the leg side, and he's done that 3 times in a row. So far he's been able to make contact or not go out because it wouldn't have hit the stumps, but that's a very dangerous style of batting.
It's gone okay so far. Last ball the over, this is going to be defended. Back to Ireland. They bit of a better over Film Park, they got 3 off it. They find themselves 8 for 32.